Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight I wanted to jump on and talk to you a little bit about James Stauffer. He did just hit 1 million subscribers on his fake detailing channel. So if you're interested in hearing some updated thoughts, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so I wanted to share some updated thoughts surrounding Stauffer Garage, James Stauffer. I'm sure if you're clicking on this video or if you are a subscriber of mine, you know who James Stauffer is, the Stauffer family. So I'm not going to go into the whole debacle that happened with the family, but his detailing channel just hit 1 million subscribers, which is tragic. It's tragic for anyone who has been following this story, you know, since it happened in the late spring of this year. And it can be frustrating at the same point. But what this tells me is that not enough people know what happened with little H and the Stauffer family. Not enough people are aware that the person running this channel is not a good person and does not deserve to have 1 million subscribers on their channel. And I pulled up Social Blade. Social Blade is estimating his annual earnings in between $20,000 and $324,000. Based on what I have seen with other Social Blades and also sort of being monetized now myself, Social Blade usually falls on the lower end. So even if we're only talking about AdSense, if I had to take a guess, that number should probably be around 400,000. That's not including anything else generating revenue for James Stauffer. And here's the thing. So there's always a thing. I'm sure you guys have noticed that. Here's the thing with James. I've had people come to my channel and comment on other videos that I've done about the Stauffers. You know, cancel the Stauffers. They shouldn't be on YouTube. And I've had a couple people say, you know, they do still have kids to provide for. It's not like it's just James and Myka. They do have a family to feed and all of that kind of stuff. Completely understand. I can, you know, side with you in agreeing that their kids should not have to pay for their fuck-ups. However, I don't believe that their income should be generated on YouTube, because you also have to think that YouTube is the platform where they completely conned their subscribers into paying and helping to pay for this adoption, where they, you know, made all these videos, made all this money, lived this luxury lifestyle, and then they rehome this little guy. Completely unfair, unjust. So I don't think that their income should be revenue. I don't think that their income should be generated on YouTube or through having a sponsor. And that goes for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever social media. I do not think anyone should be sponsoring someone like James or Myka. So I understand that they have a family to feed, but I think that it's time for them to get real jobs, if I'm being really honest. I think that their time in the public eye is done, and maybe it's time for them to go out and get day jobs and act like, you know, the rest of us peasants who work normal jobs. So that's my thoughts as far as them having a family to feed. Now, as far as him hitting 1 million subscribers, that tells me that those of us who have been talking about the Stauffers are not being loud enough. And Josh from Dad Challenge Podcast talked about this a couple nights ago. I'll link his video down below. You know, he is at the point where he wants to do the most to get people's attention to cancel the Stauffers. And, you know, you can watch his video for more on that. But I completely understand the hurt and the frustration for anyone who's been following this to see that this channel continues to grow and continues to generate revenue. And the crazy thing is that James Stauffer is not doing anything spectacular. He's not bringing something completely different to the table. If someone's into watching cars be detailed, there are many other channels that do it much better than James. He's a copycat anyway. That's been proven. He's not creating original video ideas. He even copies his thumbnails from other detailing YouTubers or detailer YouTubers. So he's not doing anything special. He's not doing anything unique or different. And I realize that in the detailing community, they don't want to get into drama. They don't want to talk on drama. They don't want to talk on this situation. But I do think that other commentary channels then, and I'm not telling, I've always said this, I am not the gatekeeper to tell anyone what to do and what not to do on YouTube. But I do think that it would be good to see bigger commentary channels continue to cover the Stauffer situation, so that then it's in the algorithm and it's, you know, in the front of people's minds. I think that you can really tell on YouTube how some people will talk about stories when they're hot and new and then it falls off the radar. People who continue to talk about stories like this that are very important long after it's not new anymore, I think there's something to be said for that. I've also heard a lot of people say, and it's a legitimate question, and when I've gotten the question, it hasn't been malicious or mean, but more so just asking to ask. I've had a couple people say, well, you know, what's the end goal? Like, what do people really want from the Stauffers? Like, what is your ideal end goal here? And I know that Josh has spoken on this at length, and I side with him on this. My end goal would to be get the Stauffers off of YouTube, make sure that everyone knows how bad they are for what they did to this little guy H, and get them out of the public eye. No more YouTube money, no more sponsorship money, no more Cartier bracelets and Range Rovers for Myka. If they do have that, then let the day job give them that income, because I don't think that they should be able to just sit at home and exploit the rest of their family to continue on this journey that they've been on by being family vloggers. I don't like family vloggers anyway. A lot of you might know that already. I think that it's very fake and phony and over the top, and I'm just not into it. I don't watch family vloggers. It's just not my thing. But I would like to see them off of YouTube. And the interesting thing is that a part of me does wonder why YouTube has stepped in before and demonetized people, but they allow James Stauffer to continue on this platform. Like, it really makes me scratch my head as to why there wasn't like a 6-month termination of the partnership program or something. When nothing is done, in my mind, it makes it seem like this is acceptable behavior to start a family channel, exploit your children, adopt a kid from a foreign country, have your subscribers help you with the actual adoption fees, and then exploit the little kid and then rehome him, and just life goes on. Like, to me, that does not sit well with my soul. And I realize I don't move like everyone else. I don't talk like everyone else, and that's totally fine. But it's setting this example forth that YouTube either doesn't care or they don't want to get involved. But this family used your platform to make tons of money, and then they do something like this where they get rid of a child. Like, I can't wrap my arms around that to even begin to try to make sense of it. So that would be my end goal. But the icing on the cake would be for some large amount of money, whether that be from the Stauffers directly, or, you know, somehow Stauffer Garage's ad revenue be put into a trust fund for H. You know, I would say, okay, let James continue, and of course this would never happen, let him continue to make videos, but all of the AdSense revenue is put directly into a trust fund for H. He's not going to make videos if he's not getting the money, because we're talking about a narcissistic jerk between him and Myka both. So that would never happen. But if I had it my way, that's the only way that I would be okay with him continuing to make YouTube videos. So I don't want to make this video super long, because the last video that I did on the Stauffers was, I think, 40 minutes long. But I did want to just sort of get my thoughts out there. This situation is very, very important to me, and it's important and heartbreaking and frustrating all in the same sort of situation. And it's a very strange assortment of emotions to have about one situation. But I will, just like I've said in all my other videos, I will continue to talk about the Stauffers. Now, I'm not going to make a daily or a weekly video on them, because I have other stuff that I'm working on, and I also don't want it to get to the point where I'm talking about them so much that you guys tune out, if that makes sense. But I would like to be part of that group of commentary channels that doesn't let this go and continues to talk about it, and continue to share my thoughts and keep the Stauffers, Stauffer Garage, Myka, James, everything at the forefront, so that when people are looking for detailing videos and they come across Stauffer Garage, they will also come across Stauffer Garage commentary videos, where these commentary channels, including myself, are letting everyone know what a dirtbag James is. And not to mention, this goes back to the whole detailing thing. If you like detailing videos, it has been said that James fakes these dirty trucks anyway, and like buys maggots off the internet and like puts them in the car so it looks like a crazy thumbnail. So, you know, if this is something that you're looking for, why not go to an actual detailer that is not faking their way to like make it seem so crazy to drum up views and clicks? Like, it makes no sense to me. I don't know. Anyway, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave your thoughts down below. I love talking to you guys, especially about, you know, about everything, but I love to hear your all's thoughts about the Stauffers, because I think that it opens up a conversation. And even if I get questions that kind of make me scratch my head, like, I still like to have a conversation with you guys. So anyway, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment, and if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.